90 NBA draft, none other than Kendall Gill, KG. The Bulls win by 31. So I said, hey, our Circus Sports pregame, 10.5.
10.5.
I was loving that line.
Those odds,
Didn't know that they would be 41 points better, but the Bulls win 146-115. The best offensive game of the year, top to bottom. Kobe started out strong. Modest Buzelis finished it up. Josh Giddey with an all-around terrific game. Patrick Williams provided some depth for him. Dalen Terry. I mean, so many names, so many people contributed to this win. This is a way that you end this trip. We talked about L.A. and Denver in the last two games, the Western Conference road trip. That's the way to end the trip.
Oh, absolutely. And, as long as you're playing like this, hell, you might as well go into Denver and do it to them as well. And this game, to me, told me that this team is for real. It took a while, and, I'm a Zach LaVine guy, the biggest Zach LaVine fan in Chicago, perhaps. But this trade has been addition by subtraction because it has allowed all of the rest of the Bulls to find their games. And then you take in Kevin Huerter, Zach Collins, Trey Jones, and add them to the mix. And I'm surprised that they did this without Trey Jones.
True. True.
I mean, because he's been such a big piece of what they've done over the past 4 weeks. It's just incredible to see the Bulls play this way. I mean, 41 assists tonight.
Well, let's take a look at some of those numbers.
That's
the final game stats. I mean, this is the largest margin of victory in the series history of Bulls-Lakers. They've been playing games for a long time, 168 of them. This is the largest disparity between the Bulls and the Lakers. Bulls recorded season highs in points, assists, and, of course, like I mentioned, the largest margin of victory. Which one of those numbers sticks out to you? Because that's a big 74 in the points in the paint. That's crazy.
Well, the points in the paint and the 41 assists. Those are the two numbers that stick out to me. I mean, a lot of numbers. I mean, 30 fast break points. A normal NBA team averages around 14, 15. I mean, now you double up on that. And here's the thing. The Bulls have figured out the formula against teams that shoot the three-point ball. Okay, you guys, go ahead, shoot the three-point shot. We're just going to push it at a fast pace, and we're going to get into the paint, and we are going to score. We're going to attack you as many times as possible, and it's working. And also, they're knocking down their three-point shots as well. I mean, 19 to 41, 46%. But that's what happens when you're really aggressive and you're driving the ball and getting downhill. Now you get those open three-point shots. And, it's just a fun brand of basketball to watch. And I love the way they're playing because nobody expected this. Not the people in Chicago, not the league. The Bulls actually, in my opinion, are perhaps the second half season story of the year. Because they made that big trade one of your all-stars, a guy that's been a focal point here in Chicago in Zach LaVine. And then we're thinking the season's over, okay? But now they rally, and now they're kicking everybody's butt.
They've won 7 of their last 9 games. Josh Giddey, who has missed 3 of his last 4 games coming into tonight. I mean, you take a look at his line tonight, 33 minutes off the tender ankle, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Josh Giddey had 10 rebounds, 17 assists, 15 points. He was a plus 22, and he was 2 steals away from having a quadruple-double.
First player since Alvin Robinson to get these numbers.
Ooh.
First player since him to get these numbers, and almost got to 10 steals. Hard to get 10 steals, brother. I was thinking Billy was going to leave him in there to try and get the quadruple-double.
He's coming after you.
He's coming after me, but, hey, close to no cigar. But, hey,
coming after you and T.J. McConnell, right?
Well, no, not T.J. McConnell. T.J. McConnell.
Did he get like 11 a few years back? I remember we was watching the game.
He got 9. He was
okay,
stuck on 9.
My fault.
He was stuck on me and Larry Keenan.
I didn't mean disrespect.
Me and Larry Keenan, Don't disrespect.
It went from giggles and smiles about the big win to, hey now, TJ had 9. Shut up. Shut up, Jay. I don't want no smoke.
No, but listen, Josh Giddey played a phenomenal game all around, scored, rebounded, assisted, played defense. And these are the type of, actually, is he singing the Wu-Tang Clan song?
Oh, diversifying his portfolio?
No. Cash.
Cash rules everything. Oh, well, he better be. I mean,
get the money.
It's going to be a big offseason.
Dollar bill, y'all.
It's going to be a big offseason.
That's what he's singing. That's Josh Giddey's,
ladies and gentlemen,
favorite song now.
He gives you everything he needs. He gives you financial tips that he gave you last week or so. He quotes Confucius right here. You know, he's a learned man. He's an avid reader, and now he's quoting Wu-Tang Clan for you. Wu-Tang's actually coming to the United States here.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm looking
Well, we have
forward
to
that
diversify the portfolio and get us a suite.
Hey, I'm not mad.
Well, let's do it.
Hey, sweet night for the Chicago Sports Network. I'm down. All right, it's time now for our Toyota play of the game. Who else? The NBA's Instagram feed posted this play. It's Modest Buzelis.
Buy this stock.
Ooh.
Buy that stock. Ooh. I'm telling you. Listen, I told.
So you got me.
Buy the stock.
You got me, because I found myself watching the Duke NCAA tournament game, and I thought to myself, for a guy who we have been ranting and raving about all year long, I don't know that I've seen just crazy, out of this world like dominance from Cooper Flagg yet on the collegiate level. And of course, he's going to be the #1 pick in next year's draft.
He's a good player.
He's a really nice player.
Really good player. But you're talking about Modest Buzelis right here, who's doing this against pros. He's not doing this against collegiate players.
Right.
He's doing this against pros and a top 5 player in the NBA.
He did this
and one of the all-time greats in LeBron.
I was about to say, he did this on the court with Luka Doncic and, of course, LeBron James, having to guard both of them tonight. A career-high 31 points for the kid, 12 of 18 from the field.
And listen, Jason, he's just going to get better. We are only seeing the tip of the iceberg. 31 points tonight. And you look at the way that he shot the three-point ball. I mean, what did
5 for 10. He started out slow.
Yeah, started out slow, 5 for 10
Yeah.
from 3, ended up 12 of 18 from the field. But he's getting the confidence that he needs and the much-needed minutes against top-level players. That's what makes you better quicker, okay? And a lot of people got on me about saying, hey, Modest Buzelis is in the same class of Cooper Flagg. Now you're seeing what I'm talking about.
Ooh, little mic drop moment for KG. Everybody out there aggregating.
Got to know basketball, brother.
They got it. Hey, you don't know ball. That's the problem. All that talking, you ain't ever done nothing. You listen to Kendall Gill.
Now, yeah, you said that now.
Listen. I said it.
I didn't want to go there.
I'll be your hype man.
But
I'll be your Boudini Brown. Like, yeah, you messing with my man
Boudini.
Yeah, you messing with my man KG. You have to answer to both of us.
Right.
I'm just going to be standing behind him when you're answering to both of us, though. KG will work you out. All right, Kobe White.
Yeah.
Kobe White has been on a tear again. The 20-plus point game streak now extends to 12, 36 big points. I mean, he had a huge first half. Second half, he did what he had to do. It's so efficient, too. 6 of 9 from the 3, only 17 shots, 36 big ones.
Yeah, and look, once again, getting to the free throw line 8 times. This man has learned how to be a professional scorer. Could already score. The reason why he's the all-time leading scorer in North Carolina schoolboy history. Reason why he scored at North Carolina. He's a natural scorer. But now he's starting to learn how to score efficiently, okay? On 34 points, 36 points on 17 shots.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
You're usually looking at like 21, 22 points around there if you get 17 shots up. You get 36 on that.
And look, for an opposing NBA team, now the scouting, it's hard for you to guard this team because you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know whether they're going to get downhill on you, whether they're going to penetrate on you. You see the passes that the Bulls made from the top to the post. They made several passes. Kevin Huerter made a great pass to Zach Collins. Josh Giddey made a great pass to Nikola Vucevic inside the post. So they're getting their post guys underneath the rim. So if you come out on them, now they can dump it inside as well. I mean,
they're forcing you to defend not just every part of the court, but for the entire shot clock.
Right.
Or if they want to speed it up, they got you off balance right
So they
now.
got the Wu-Tang offense too. They're diversifying, right? They do.
He gave him an inch. He gave him an inch. You know what I mean?
Got the Wu-Tang
I should have never patted him on the back. I did too much patting on the back. Now you're going back to the. That's a heat check. That's Kendall Gill checking the heat.
And it's 12:07 at night.
I'm down. Hey man.
We're kind of giddy
listen,
right now.
we all bleary-eyed. We all need a little bit of rest.
That's right.
Speaking of need a little bit of rest, when the starters go to the bench has to come in and contribute. Dalen Terry, 13 points. Patrick Williams, 14 points. Zach Collins with 9 points. When you get 2 wings and a big that come off the bench and do what they did, you got yourself a nice 8-9 man rotation.
Right, you can see right there the Bulls bench 38 points, Lakers bench 27 points. And here's the thing, Dalen Terry is growing up before our eyes. I mean, a lot of questions about his development the first couple of years, but now, man, he's starting to come along. realizing his role. And he's made a concerted effort watching Kobe as well get downhill and penetrating. He's not, what I like what the Bulls are doing now, they're not penetrating, getting into the paint and throwing the basketball out as first option.
They're attacking the rim.
They're attacking it. They're looking to score the basketball, which is what I like, which is what Dalen Terry is. And also good to see Patrick Williams come along with a strong game as well.
Knocked down a lot of shots there in that second half. And, of course, Zach Collins, anytime he's fitting in, he's playing good defense. He's trying to defend the rim, but more importantly, he's moving without the basketball on the pick-and-roll actions.
Right, and another thing that Zach Collins is doing, he is rim running, which puts pressure on the opposing team's defense as well. You got to guard that 6'11", 7-foot guy that's running and placing himself right under the rim, which what does that do? That draws the defense in, which allows your three-point shooters to be wide open.
When you play the Bulls, you got to protect your neck.
You do.
It's another Wu-Tang reference for all y'all out there. I was trying to be my Uncle KG just now. I just really fell a little bit short. We'll take it back to the lab and work on it. All right, when we come back, we got more for you here on Bulls Post Game Live, presented to you by Terry. The Bulls win by 31 over the Lakers.
Wow.
You're watching Chicago Sports Network. It's time now for our Powering Chicago Defensive Play of the Game. It could have been any one of Josh Giddey's 8 steals, but we picked this one because it led to a Kobe White three-point.
That was nice. What was LeBron doing? He just threw it right there in front of him?
Just ramping up for the playoffs, apparently.
Yeah.
LeBron really wasn't engaged this entire game.
No, he wasn't. But, I mean, listen, this is his first game back, but I still think that he played okay. Only had 17 points, and, anytime you can get 17 points when you've been out for about 7 games, still pretty good.
No doubt.
But thanks, LeBron.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate the charity.
With 8 steals on the night, that one leading to a Kobe White three-point shot. All right, it's time for us to go back out to L.A. and hear from Billy Donovan. Bulls win by 31. What do you guys say about it, Billy?
Billy, obviously a dominant offensive performance. What do you like about the way you guys are playing as a team, especially with all these guys dropping out and still playing to the identity of pace?
Yeah, I think for us, kind of said it, right when training camp started. We don't run, we're done. We've got to run, and I give our guys a lot of credit in terms of the way they've gotten themselves in condition to do that. And, that's how we've been playing. But, there's a lot of things that goes into that from the standpoint that, we got to be able to rebound, got to be able to defend without fouling, and we got to take care of the ball. And some of those things have been issues for us. And I think when we can, do a good job in those 3 areas, generally it allows us to play out in transition and allows us to play faster. So, I think the group's unselfish. They move the ball. They share the ball. I think that you want guys being aggressive, when they have shots. And I think they, encourage each other to do that. But, I think, I've said this before, the whole has got to be, greater than the parts. And hopefully they all can kind of play off each other and make each other better.
Josh just told me that when you told him he was guarding Luka tonight, he really embraced that. And obviously Luka got hot in the first half, but Josh had 8 steals. Pretty high. What did you like about the way you approached that assignment?
Yeah, Josh is one of those guys that can affect the game in a lot of different ways. Rebounding, I thought he had some plays early in the game where he got to the rim, he just didn't finish great, and finished a little bit better as the half closed, but it was like the offensive rebounds, the deflections, the loose balls, getting us some extra possessions. Then he started to finish at the basket. He was getting guys shots. I give him credit. I think it probably took him a little bit of time to get his rhythm back, just being out. He's played, 1 game, missed several with the ankle, but, he's got really good endurance and stamina, and he just impacts the game in a lot of different ways, and from a guard standpoint, for him to be able to rebound the way he does really helps us. It helps us in transition. It helps us even on the offensive glass, because he gets offensive rebounds and gets us extra possessions.
Would you think Buzelis just needed better competition to play against?